What's going on, y'all? So listen. Hey y'all, we are back again. I came out all happy and shit. I love this show so much. I have not, to be quite honest, I have not watched a show in a long time that the first like a series premiere or something in a long time that really makes me look forward to seeing it each and every week, and it's like, oh my god, I need more, and I've been rewatching like the first episode over and over again. I think I watched it like 4 or 5 times already. That's how good this show is to me. Like bitch in this episode, this is Pose, okay? Episode 2, season 1, Access, all right? Bitch, the reads, the shade, every fucking thing was on point, and I just loved it. And I think with this show, what I'm loving the most is, like I said last week, it's not purely just entertainment value. It is entertainment that is given an education as well. You know, it's a lot of people who are, and I've noticed that it's a mixed crowd that are watching this show. We have our straight people, and we also have our gays, the LGBT community, who's watching it as well. And so I feel like they're hitting the nail on the head by doing it the way that they're doing, because it's giving them education. All right. You know, maybe some people are naive to the struggle that LGBT people really have to go through, and they have to see it for themselves to see that this shit has been going on for a long time. Just like when black people were struggling to get rights, LGBT, I'm not comparing the two, but it's the same in a sense, meaning that they're both fractions of people who's been struggling to get rights, just like women been struggling to get rights and stuff like that. And the disrespect that they went through, the disrespect black people go through, the disrespect any type of culture goes through that's trying to get equality and justice and stuff like that. And I love the fact that the ballroom is a backdrop, it's a backdrop to the issues that's really going on. And we see that it's about the ballroom, but it's not merely and purely focused on the ballroom, but the stories around it. And I love that, you know, and hopefully people will see that, hey, bitch, we out here doing this for a reason, because we just want to be equal, you know, and they put that out there, the transphobia, the HIV, the racism that still goes on within the LGBT community, the transphobia that goes on within the LGBT community. Mind you, the T in LGBT is for transgenders, okay? And it sickens me that in my own community that there are some gays and some lesbians who discriminate against trans people. And we saw that in this episode. And there are many instances of racism that still goes on today within the LGBT community. We are already fighting for rights to be recognized and to be respected as people who are gay and who love the same sex. And within that same fraction, we still got to deal with the racism, the white gays versus the black gays versus this gay. It's ridiculous. Okay, we all just can't come together still, you know. And it's sickening to watch, and it's a reality, and it's unfortunate. But you know, I love it. I love it though that they putting this out there. Um, Sex education. That was another theme in this episode too, because I'm pretty sure it's some young kids, or not even young kids, some people that's just coming out or whatever. They ain't never did nothing, and they just showing, like with Damon character. I'm loving the fact that they put that in there with him and Ricky. You know, he meets this boy Ricky. First of all, let me just go back to the beginning for a second, because bitch, like when Miss Angel came out there, and it was the weather girl theme, you know what I'm saying? And you know, she came out there and she redeemed herself from the last week, okay, from doing that night evening wear shit, okay. They told her, bitch, a Halston for J.C. Penney, okay, but bitch came through and she got all her tens, all right. And I said, that's how you do it. You pick your face up and you try it again, and you go for the goal, and you get that shit until you do. And that's what happened. So one for the house of Evangelista, okay, and then here comes the challenge from Evangelista to Queen Mother Electra from the House of Abundance. I said, bitch, y'all finna go round 4, round 5, round 6. I just want to know who gonna come out the victor, okay? This is part of the reason why I'm watching, because I really like Queen Electra, and her attitude is a lot, okay? She's extra as fuck. But I want to hear her story as to how and why she's gotten this way and this big headed. And you know, we got part of it when Blanca read her in that nail shot, okay? She said, bitch, you got your little gentleman call, okay? You're kept woman right about now, so you can afford to do a whole bunch of shit, bitch. You're comfortable, okay? That's why you don't see the world as we see it now. Bitch, it reminded me, no shade, and I'm gonna have to throw this up in there because Blanca was out here trying to do a struggle for people of the community, trying to get some rights and stuff, trying to make a stance, trying to make a point, prove a point. And that little read kind of sounded like, you know, Kanye West, okay? Bitch, you are no longer connected to this community like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't get the struggle that we have. And that's basically what Electra said, bitch. I'm not struggling. Our struggles is different, bitch. I said, girl, okay, I see where you coming from. It just kind of put that in the mind frame because you know that nigga ain't part of this community no more. But anyway, we'll get off that and go somewhere else with that shit. But you know, Electra and Blanca, they went against each other and Electra won that shit. Bitch, Electra had 10, 10, 10, 9. And it was like, bitch, hold the fuck up. I want to know who gave me a 9. Explain yourself. He said, bitch, I will give you an explanation if you didn't come up here looking like you dressed in the inside of a coffin. I said, you know the fuck what? Shut her ass up. She was, I said, yes. You better read that bitch right there. Okay, sometimes some people just need to be knocked off their high horse with a good reading or two. Okay, and you know, of course, Blanca, she got all tens, and so it was, it was crazy to see this whole thing with her and Blanca going and it's showing the elitism, classism, and all that stuff that's within the community, within the LGBT community, within the trans world and all that stuff. And one thing it ain't better because they got opulence and all this stuff, and I'm still down here, or because I can pass and you can't. Bitch. Last week she called her a beast, called that girl a beast. I said, Electra, you did not have to do that to her like that. I can pass and you still look like a beast. I said, you know what? One day somebody gonna come through and gonna knock that bitch off, okay? And gonna make her look stupid in front of a whole bunch of people, okay? Girl, that was a lie. She won. Blanca won. And she goes to this gay bar, I guess in the village, that she saw in the Village Voice. And she invited the Latina girl who was in the House of Abundance with her. And as soon as she comes into the gay bar, it's nothing but white men there. And, they looking at her. And I was like, what the hell is going on? If we all gay or whatever, is it because she's a woman or what? No, it's because they look at her as a man dressed in drag, and we see Blanca, we see the attitudes already, but then we see Blanca at the end of the bar. Nobody said nothing to her, at least we didn't see it. And, she was trying to get, shout out to them for putting that 227 reference in there. That was cute. Um, she was trying to talk to her, celebrate her win, and then get her to come over to the house of Evangelista because she was like, bitch, I know you can't stand that bitch just like I can't stand that bitch. She don't pay no attention to you. She looked down on your ass and all this stuff. She was like, girl, yeah, but I'm not finna do all this shit, okay? She ain't here for it. She's not here for a chat. You have people that's trying to do something for a cause, and then you want other people to get on your team and understand where you're coming from, and they're not ready to get there yet. They're just not there yet, okay? Maybe in the future they will be, but at this moment, they're comfortable with where they're at, and they see what things are for themselves, but they're not ready to put action behind it to make a change. And we see this when Blanca was trying to get a drink of Manhattan and get old girl a Malibu, and basically the bartender said this one is on the house, but then y'all gotta get out, okay? And she was like, what the fuck? And was like, girl, they don't want to serve our kind. Our kind, basically, he said, I already had customers coming up here talking about something. Is it drag night? Y'all got to get the fuck up out of here. I said, whoa, okay. So Blanca got pissed off and said, bitch, I'm finna come up here every single day until you serve me a drink without no fucking attitude, okay? That's what's gonna happen. And she came back one time and then he had the same damn attitude. They was looking at her funny still. And, she was like, give me your manager. The manager said, let's talk about this outside. He said, basically, This is a gay bar, okay? We don't want women up in here. If you want to claim that you're a woman, bitch, that's another reason why we don't want you up in here. This is a gay bar. And he was like, and yes, we do segregate and all that shit. Well, at least he was blunt about the shit. Yeah, we segregate, and this ain't for you. This ain't your kind down here, okay? Basically, don't come the fuck back. She came back. She came back and she sat at that bar, or she was about to sit at that bar, and they was looking at her like, bitch, I know the fuck you not back again. This man came out of nowhere and just threw her out. I thought they was about to beat her ass, and I was so scared for a second. I said, please do not turn into no violence. I mean, pushing her out and throwing her out the way that they did, that was fucked up. That was one way. And I said, I can deal with that, bitch. But if they would have threw hands, I would have been sitting here like really hurt. Like the violence and stuff that's going on within our own community against our own brothers and sisters. Like, I don't give a fuck when nobody say, if you're a trans person, you're still my brother and sister within this community, okay? I'm not going to discriminate against you. I'm not going to, act funny towards you just because you're trans and you identify as this, bitch. Why would I do that to you when they do that? The heterosexual world and society already do that to us as a whole because they don't understand why is it that y'all like the same sex, bitch? They think that's that's unnatural, and that's not normal. That's against conformity and stuff like that. So why would I imply that same hateful judgment against somebody that's in my own community? I don't understand that. And it all goes back to the ignorance and what people don't understand about trans community. And you know what I'm saying? All it takes is to fucking read and ask questions and not be rude and be receptive to learn. But people don't have time to do that. Or they just want to remain ignorant, okay? Because they're ignorant. But moving on from that, the last time she comes down there, Blanca, she sat at the bar and it was a black guy there talking to this white guy. And he was like, you know what? Listen, the bartender hit this bitch go again. Dude was like, the manager came out and said, I'm finna call the cops. She said, bitch, call the cops. I don't give a fuck. Okay, call the goddamn cops. That ain't scared me. You gonna serve me a damn drink. And when he was calling the cops, I said the cops must have been right around the corner because they got there really fast. I said, this is the quickest I ever seen a cop come to anything. And she said, bro, you see that you do notice that you're the only one with a tan skin like that up in here. It was like, so what's the point? He was like, well, they don't like our kind. No, bitch, they don't like you, okay? That's what it is. I'm cool. And then as soon as that whole exchange went through, the bartender came over there and gave him a drink and said complimentary of the house. I said, bitch, he was proving a point and he was lying at the same time. He was trying to make her feel bad. Okay, that's the only reason what it was. And then the cop come up in there and dude, and see here we go again. The manager said he won't get up. She said first of all, cause the cop was like, miss, you gotta go. And it was like, no, that's a he. Okay, that's not no miss. She said, bitch, I am a woman. Okay, I will be addressed as such. You call me miss or you call me ma'am. The gay fucking manager kept on saying he, him, dude. And I said the fucking disrespect. And that shit like that boils my it boils my blood because I hate seeing it and I see it all the time. And I take offense to it all the time because I do have a couple of friends who are trans and I would never ever ever disrespect them no matter what. And if they want to be called she, if they want to go by the feminine pronouns, that's what the fuck I'm gonna go by. I will never disrespect somebody who feel like they supposed to be one way. Okay? And that was so disrespectful to hear from a gay person doing it to somebody else in the community. Like it was disgusting. And they locked her up for that. Cause they and not for, just sitting there, but for, um what was it? Being disrespectful basically to the officer because she was talking back and all that shit, resisting and all that. Put her in jail. She was scared because she was in there with two dudes. One dude looked like he was big as shit and could have raped her or could have beat her face in because they was going back and forth about his dick probably bigger than yours and all this shit. The black guy was just over it. Okay, bitch, what the fuck you looking at? I said, girl, come to find out, she get bailed out by Queen Electra, who is over there flirting so hard and not really flirting. The cop was eating her up. I said, bitch, he want all her vagina. Okay? And I don't like, to be quite honest, I like Electra on here, but in real life, I don't like people in general, whether you gay or straight, who have to flaunt. they're what they have. Because I feel like if you have to do all of that, you have some issues going on within yourself. You have low self-esteem when you have to try to put other people down. Because when Electra came to you know, they had a ball and they was doing dynasty as the character category, and of course Electra came through. She swept that up. She gave us Alexa Cunningham. Bitch, she did what she had to do. She was upset at the fact that Blanca did not walk up in the ball, and so she went down to her job and basically tried to make her feel small, and like, how the fuck you gonna win and then not give me a chance to redeem myself and all this shit. Blanca had to read her ass, okay? And I just was like, I just don't like people who are showy like that, who have to look down on people. If I was your child, why are you so threatened by me? That you should take that as a compliment that you did your job well enough that I'm thinking that I could compete against you. And people think that we're in the same fucking thing. But see, she ain't that type of bitch. She wanna be queen mother number one, okay? And so they do, when she bails her out, that's when she goes into that speech like, look at what it is, okay? You're fighting for this cause. It's cute and all, but we ain't the same. I'm finna go uptown in my driving and all this shit. Bitch, they don't look at me the way that they look at you. And I was like, you got too goddamn comfortable, okay? And she's gonna get a reality check that's gonna be a reality check for that ass one day, Queen Electra, okay? And somebody gonna remind you, bitch, you ain't nothing but a black bitch just like everybody else. Trans black bitch at that, okay? I'm just saying, that's how they gonna do it. I feel it coming, and she needs it. She needs it just so she can come back to fucking reality. But I did love that little speech where she was giving about, she said, because she was telling Blanca, the only reason why I got you out is because I wanted to have my chance to walk against your ass at the ball tomorrow, whatever the fuck. And it was like, this is all that you care about? She was like, yes, because the ballroom is where we matter. Everything that we go matters. So we can have this illusion of grandeur and all this stuff here in this community, in this ballroom. I said, okay, I get it, but still, you just a little bit much Electro on this fuck. And of course they do the ball, and um they go against each other, and Blanca, I feel like Blanca wasn't really giving it. I think she kind of lost on purpose a little bit. Or I don't know. I don't know. I can't say she lost on purpose because she was off by one. She didn't get all 10. She got all 10. She got 1-9 in the process. And then, Electra got all 10. So, of course, her ego is boosted and she feel like she done did something. So, it was a mess. I don't know. How y'all feel about that one? Okay, and then we get this story with Damon and him at the first ball meeting Ricky. Ricky right off the back, he just screams player. And I don't know if it was the purpose of the show that they did this on purpose, I should say. Well, they made us feel as though Ricky ain't about shit. Ricky is a player. Ricky is a scammer. All this stuff. But then he genuinely has feelings for Damon. Okay, do you get what I'm saying? Because as the episode with their storyline started off, he was coming on so strong, got him down there to the pier. They was sitting there, they hugging each other. Next thing you know, go to this little abandoned warehouse. I said, what the fuck you about to do to him, Ricky? It's like he smelled fresh meat. I said, what is going on? Then they started kissing. He was like, I ain't never did this before. And then he was like, had him up against the wall and shit. They into it, both of them. But he wanted more than what Damon wanted, and he trying to get his vagina. And Damon said, "Baby, I ain't with this right now." He was like, "Come on, I fell in love with you the first time I seen you." He was like, "How the fuck you in love with me already?" I said, "Bitch, you know him all of an hour and a half, and you in love." Them lines just to get y'all fucked up, okay? And I'm so glad that Damon sat there and said, "No, I'm not ready. We can go out on another date. Go for some pizza, 7 o'clock Saturday, whatever. Cool." And Blanca gave him a curfew of 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, 3 o'clock in the goddamn morning? The fuck? My mother would never. I said, in what world? In what goddamn world? Not mine. 3 o'clock in the morning. But okay. He came in 2 hours later. She was like, so where the fuck were you? Okay. You cannot be in my house if you're gonna disobey my rules. And I love the fact that Blanca is literally taking him under his wing and acting like a real mom, and her disciplining him and trying to get him to show respect and to do stuff when you're told to do and not disobey and stuff like that. And he was truthful with her. They didn't fuck, okay? He didn't force him to do nothing. They kissed and all that stuff. And then she asked him, did your daddy have the birds and the bees talk with you? And he was like, yeah, but it was awkward as fuck because I couldn't ask him about what boys do. Bitch, she went and got a pamphlet about how you put on condoms. He was like, I already know this. She was like, I don't give a fuck. Read that shit. Okay, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna get an education tonight. Because then you have to learn about bottoms and top, which one you are. And he was like, wait a minute. How do you find out whether you're a bottom or a top, bitch? It don't really matter. Sometimes you like to give and sometimes you like to receive, or you like to do both. Who knows? And he said, what if you get with two bottom? What if I'm a bottom and I get with another bottom? Bitch, my eyes went up and I said, bitch, that don't work. That don't work unless you got a dildo between y'all, okay? Because I was about to say, who the fuck is fucking who? Okay? No offense, but two bottoms going together is like this, okay? It ain't like this. It's like this, bitch, okay? It was like, what y'all gonna be doing? Playing with each other? Let me stop, okay? I can say these things, but let me stop. Because even Blanca said, what the fuck y'all gonna be doing? Bumping purses? I said, yes, bitch, you better say that. And I love it. Was real. It was some real shit that he needed to hear. And she told him, just take your time and you will know when you're ready. Don't ever let nobody pressure you. I said, that is the speech that you need to be heard, okay? Needed to be heard. And she was like, you have to protect yourself because you don't want to get diseases and stuff like that. And once she got through talking to Damon, she had a it brought her back down to herself and what was going on with her own self, because she was like, if she was younger, she wish she could have did some things different. And part of that was being careful, because, I guess the reality of the matter is she kind of probably went back and thought about the fact that she does have HIV. And so, she was thinking about that. And it's like she's trying to help somebody, a youth, not go down her same path. And I love it. This whole thing with Poppy out there selling drugs, okay. Ricky got his little feelings hurt because when Damon was in school, he was doing so good. So the dance teacher is the sister from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the one who got married to the white guy, okay, Jackie. I was like, yes, that's who the fuck you are, okay. Viv's sister. So she was saying you wasn't rehearsing, you was dancing out there. And a person dancing, they're living. A person rehearsing, they trying to get to the place, they trying to organize and all this stuff. I was like, you got it, okay? That's not talk. You already had that. So one of my students, one of the senior students had to back out of going to the ballet because they got sick, and I got one more ticket left. So I want you to come to the ballet, meet me at the Roosevelt Hall, whichever one they called it or whatever, at 7 o'clock Saturday. Mind you, this the same date as Ricky. And so the fact that he chose to go to the ballet over going on a date with Ricky, because Poppy even put it in his head like a nigga like Ricky is the motherfucker that's a hit and quit it type of dude, okay? So you ain't even got to worry about that. And so that kind of put it up in his mind, no, this is my dream, so I can't jeopardize that. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, I guess, that he was thinking, him to learn something new, see something new. And so he go down there and he has a good time, and he was feeling everything that was happening on the stage to the point that he started crying at one point, and he started clapping, and nobody else was clapping, and he stood up. A girl had to say, we do that after the performance is over with. Sit down, boy. Okay. Ricky, on the other hand, is really sitting there waiting on him. So when he finally finds him out there on the pier, he was talking to him, trying to apologize, and Ricky kept on calling him bougie throughout the whole time that they was talking. From the moment that they met up to the end, and he was telling him, you're bougie for this. And I'm like, Ricky, I want to like you, but I do not want it to come to a point where Ricky is going to try to deter this boy from his dreams. Because he kept on saying, oh, you went to the ballet, so you are bougie and all this shit. I said, I want Damon to get away from Ricky, okay? Because I don't know his true intentions. But he do tell him, each and every time he met up with Ricky after the fact, he was talking to somebody else. And I said, nigga, how you getting your feelings? He was like, even Damon was trying to get him to join the house so that he won't be living on the streets and stuff like that. Okay. And he won't have to go through the struggles that he going through. Damon understands because he was there for a few weeks. And Ricky said he's still there. And he don't want him to be out there like that. And so he was like, if you want to be with me, let's just go on this day. I want to go to the ballet with you. And I thought he was going to stand him up, and play him just like he felt he got stood up. And see, it's really Ricky's fault because Ricky didn't give him a number to call him. But then again, Ricky ain't got no phone because Ricky don't have no place to stay. Okay, so Ricky came through and they went to the ballet. And at the end of the episode, they were just so intrigued by both of them. Eye opening to look at something new, a world outside of their own. Okay, and they was just sitting there holding hands, didn't give a fuck who was around, and they was holding hands. I said that is beautiful. But Ricky, I got my eye on you because bitch, I still don't trust you. I still don't trust your ass. Anyway, Blanca, not Blanca, Angel, and her, listen, leave that white boy alone, okay? Leave Evan ass alone because I just don't trust it. I just don't trust that you're gonna wind up getting feelings. You already got feelings a little bit, and you can't tell me that you don't, baby. You got a little bit of feelings. He got feelings. He up there buying stuff on credit that he ain't got the money for. He brought a Cadillac. He done brought all these evening gowns or whatever, expensive $900 evening gown for his wife. The wife is like, he's sitting there calculating up all the bills and the money that they owe. I said, what the fuck? She was like, bitch, why you getting all this stuff and you ain't even got the money for it? And I need a goddamn dishwasher. I don't need to be, I got kids and stuff that's crying and I need to put down the bed and I'm up here washing dishes by hand and this could have saved me a whole bunch. And, he went the fuck off. She went off on him and it was needed. He gets in his feelings and said, bitch, it's a Saturday, I'm finna go back to the office. She was like, what? Fuck you. He go down there looking for Angel. Angel is in another place, this show and tell type of place in the back of the I guess the XXX store where they get the stuff, the sex shop. Cause bitch, old dude came up in there and he was buying the dildo. I saw that. I said, a big purple dildo. Who you finna use that on? Yourself? Oh, okay. And I like the fact that this man corrected the dude and said he was like, I want the room for Angel. And it was like, oh yeah, he is a popular attraction. And then he was like, Evan was like, that's a she. Okay. I said, oh, so they talking and all this stuff. He putting the quarters in, talking. At first she was surprised to see him and was like, I know we ain't talked in 3 weeks and all this stuff. Took him to dinner. Took her to dinner and they was talking. And basically he was saying how he just couldn't stop thinking about her. When he with his wife, he can't stop thinking about her. When he's at work, he can't stop thinking about her. And saying that basically I can't stand when other men are putting their hands on you. I don't want nobody else touching your ass, bitch. You mine. That's basically what he was saying. And she was like, girl, I gotta make my money somehow. He was like, how about I put you up in an apartment? She said, you want me to be a kept woman? I don't cook and I don't clean and shit like that. So what are you talking about? It was like, I can't leave my wife. I can't do all this shit. I can't promise to come see you every day, but at least you will have a roof over your goddamn head. She was like, let me think about it and I'll get back to you later, but go ahead and do that. She took the forks and knives and put it in her purse. I know I wasn't the only one who caught Angel putting the shit up in her purse. Bitch, I said, come through. It reminded me of the daddy on the uncle on Home Alone when they was on the plane. And he was like, this is real silver. Put it in the purse. Put it in your purse. A little cheap ass. But yeah, and he goes to his boss asking for money, and the boss is like, what you need the money for? You got a bitch pregnant or you using it for another chick? Okay, that's basically what he was trying to imply. Even though he was like, no, that ain't what it is. He said, if I give you this money, you got to work weekends when I need you to, and you got to tell me the truth. So he was like, okay, yeah, she's beautiful. Is she black? I mean, white or whatever? He was like, nah, he Puerto Rican. I was just like, oh, not my type, but no, exotic. So I guess Puerto Ricans are exotic. Anything that's non-white is exotic. I hate that. And when he said that, I said, okay, so you get the money. And then at first I said, I know he not finna buy this girl his apartment. We see him giving the money. He bought the wife a dishwasher. And I was like, okay, cool. That's nice. You got your priorities in check because you know this ain't gonna end well. I spoke too soon because at the very end of the episode, he fucked around and saw Angel at the show and tell place again, put his quarters in eagerly, and pulled up a girl key to a fucking apartment. I said, child, this ain't gonna end well for neither one of y'all. Okay? For neither one of y'all. This ain't gonna end well. Bitch, let me go back a second because Queen Electra, when Mother Electra, when she came up in there to Blanca's place of work, her actual employment, and when she told that woman, Isn't the customer always right? I want her to do my nails. And then when she left out, after she complained that the top coat wasn't even all that, she was disappointed in it. She walked out without paying and said it's on the house. I said, bitch, get the fuck out. Okay. Y'all, that was Pose. If y'all missed anything, let's put it down in the comments. Let's discuss how y'all felt about the episode. And I will see you guys later. Peace.